left with me no letter, no explanation. Just a tiny shirt, a scrap of cloth wrapped around me, and an old, worn-out cap with the letter E stitched into it. They named me Elijah. The last name, Green, came from the color of the cap. And so I became Elijah Green, a name with no roots. I grew up in an orphanage on the southern outskirts. We lived on donations, relief boxes, and the kindness of strangers. Some days we had 3 full meals, other days just enough to get by. But for me it was the only home I had. There were many children, but not much affection. No one had enough time to hold you at night. No one could remember every child's birthday. We learned to fend for ourselves, grow up fast, and swallow our tears. I used to watch younger kids run up to every kind visitor, hoping for a hug. They didn't care who, it just felt good to be embraced. And I wondered, was I like that once, before I knew better? By then, I was almost 10, still never adopted, and I no longer expected to be. I knew people preferred younger children quiet, easy to shape. I stopped running to the door when guests arrived. I stopped forcing a big smile to win hearts. I used to think I wasn't pretty enough or obedient enough, that I wasn't worthy of parents. Later I understood. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't their fault either. Sometimes the right moment just never comes. I started writing a journal. On scraps of paper, used pens, old calendar pages. I wrote for myself to remember who I was and how I'd grown. Even if no one remembered me, I would remember. At 15, I was still in the orphanage, but allowed to go out more freely. It was an unspoken understanding. The orphanage couldn't support us forever. They got us to adulthood, but after that our lives were our own. Outside school hours, I worked at a laundromat. The owner was an elderly woman, gruff but fair. She didn't ask where I came from, or maybe she already knew. The town wasn't that big. She said, "Work hard, you'll get paid. If not, don't bother coming back." I was scared of messing up, scared she wouldn't like me. So I worked hard, watched everything, learned everything I could. For the first time, I earned my own money. I bought pastries for the younger kids, saved the rest to buy old books. Some kids ask me, "Elijah, don't you hate the world? Aren't you angry at your parents for leaving you? If they hadn't, we wouldn't be living like this." Others said, "I hate this place. Once I'm out, I'll never come back. I'll be rich, happy. You want that too, right?" I didn't know how to answer. I just knew living with hatred only made you more miserable. I couldn't change the past, but I could choose how to live. Today, I'm grown. I work in social services, visiting shelters, orphan children, runaways, the ones people call the discarded. But I don't see trash, I see myself. I know some of them will fail, some will thrive, some might even become someone great. And I always tell them, you are not at fault. You deserve to be loved. People may forget, but you must learn to value yourself